or Kharijites. Praise be to Allah. The Khawaarij are one of the deviant sects, as is proven by the text and by scholarly consensus. al-Bukhaari 6934 and Muslim 1068 narrated that Yasir ibn Amr said, I said to Sahal ibn Hunayf, did you hear the Prophet, blessing and peace of Allah be upon him, say anything about the Khawaarij? He said, I heard him say, and he gestured with his hand towards Iraq. From there will emerge people who recite the Quran, but it will not go past their collarbones. They will pass out of Islam as an arrow passes out of the prey. Ibn Majah 173 narrated that Ibn Abi Awfa said, the messengers of Allah, blessing and peace of Allah be upon him, said, the Khawaarij are the dogs of hell. Classed as Sahih by Al-Albani in Sahih Ibn Majah. The Khawaarij are followers of whims and desires and innovation, who have deviated from the path of As-Sunnah wal Jama'ah, but we do not describe them as disbelievers because of their innovation, unlike others who follow whims and desires. An-Nawawi, may Allah have mercy on him, said, the view of Ash-Shafi and the majority of his fellow scholars is that the Khawaarij are not to be described as disbelievers. This also applies to the Qadariyah and the majority of the Mu'tazila and other groups that follow whims and desires. End quote from Sharh Muslim 7 by 160. Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah, may Allah have mercy on him, said, the Khawaarij who deviated, whom the Prophet, blessing and peace of Allah be upon him, enjoined us to fight, and whom Amir al-Mu'minin Ali, may Allah be pleased with him, one of the rightly guided caliphs, fought, and whom the leading scholars of Islam among the Sahaba, Tabi'in, and those who came after them were unanimously agreed upon fighting, were not described as disbelievers by Ali ibn Abi Talib, Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas, and others among the Sahaba. Rather, they regarded them as Muslims even though they fought them, and Ali did not fight them until they shed blood unlawfully and raided the property of the Muslim. Then he fought them in order to get rid of their wrongdoing and aggression, not because they were disbelievers. Hence, he did not take their womenfolk captive, and he did not seize their wealth as booty. End quote from Majmu al-Fadwa 3 by 282. Ibn Abidin, may Allah have mercy on him, said, even though you may find that some scholars within the context of debating with the Mu'tazila and other groups use the word kufr, disbelief, when refuting their arguments, what they mean is that the Mu'tazila's arguments would inevitably constitute disbelief, without implying that they themselves were disbelievers, because what may be concluded from a view is not necessarily to be attributed to the one who holds that view. Moreover, they think that they have shady evidence to support their view, even though they are wrong and are falling into error. End quote from Ashiyat ibn Abidin 3 by 46. Shaykh Abdul Rahman ibn Salih al-Mahmud, may Allah preserve him, was asked, are the Khawaarij Kafirs, disbelievers? He replied, the scholars differed as to whether they are disbelievers, but the correct view is that they are not to be regarded as disbelievers. Ali ibn Abi Talib, may Allah be pleased with him, was asked about them, are they disbelievers? He said, they fled from disbelief, but they fell into the innovation of labeling others as disbelievers. We will not fall into the innovation of labeling others as disbelievers and thus label them as such. This is the correct view, inshallah, even though their innovation may be described as innovation that constitute kufr. End quote from Lamad al-Tiqad 7 by 26. Among their innovations are the following. They think that faith does not increase or decrease. They think that failing to do something obligatory constitutes disbelief. They think that committing a major sin constitutes disbelief. They believe in fighting those Muslims who disagree with them, and Allah knows best. To get new episodes, click subscribe button.